Hi everyone, so we're here to start our Pilates session, so I hope you've had a good day. So this will hopefully make you feel really nice and chilled but also strengthened at the same time. So if any of you are new to Pilates today, doing it for the first time, I'd advise that you stick with the lower levels of intensity, and then as you get more confident then you can increase the intensity by taking your levels up. So work to your intensity with really good control, nice and slow and steady is the best way. Okay, so we're going to start off on our feet. We're going to place our feet just under our hips, shoulders back and down. We're just looking straight ahead. We're going to gently squeeze the stomach muscles, so we're engaging the abdominal muscles as we do our workout today. And we're also going to focus on breathing, so we're taking big breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. So we're using our breath to control our speed. So we're going to move into some mobility work now. We're going to take our hands up above the head. We're going to take a breath in. Then as we breathe out, we're going to roll through the spine. Breathe in as we stretch up. And breathe out, and breathe in. So we're getting some flexion through the knees and through the spine, warming up the muscles in the legs and in the back, and also shoulders and arms as well. Okay, so we're just going to do a couple more of those. And last one. Okay, well done. Arms relaxed by your sides. We're going to do some side bends now. So we're taking a breath in, then on the out breath, we're just sliding the hand down, inhaling as we return to centre, and then exhaling to the other side. If you're quite stiff in the spine, don't worry, just work with the movement that you've got. And this is one of those exercises where you may find that your mobility improves as you do them. If it doesn't, don't worry, nothing to worry about. Keep your shoulders relaxed. So as one hand slides towards the knee, try not to hunch the other up towards your ear. And just make sure the movement is side only. Try not to lean forward or back. Just moving side to side, nice and gently. And one more on each side. And relax in the centre. Okay, so we're going to do some arm circles now. So we're taking a breath in. Then on the out breath, we're circling the arms up and away, inhaling as we circle down. So I was thinking about the breathing, be conscious of that. Exhale through the mouth as you take away, inhale through the nose as you return. And then we're changing direction. So if you're new or you're just feeling a bit rusty, you've not done any Pilates for a while, just try to remember to breathe out as you take away and breathe in as you return. Again, nice and slowly. And one last one. Okay, well done. So we're going to add a couple of moves together now. So we're going to move into the main session. So the spine twist is as it is. We will offer, or I will offer, progression for the push-up for any that want to work harder. So I'll start off with the least intense option first. So we're just going to bring our hands together, middle fingers tuck under the chin, thumbs to the chest. We take a breath in, then on the out breath we just slowly twist, keeping the hips facing forward. Then we inhale, we come back to centre, and then we exhale to the other side. We inhale, we come back to centre again, and then we relax our arms by our sides. We tuck the chin in as we slowly exhale. And as we feel the stretch into the hamstrings, we bend the knees and we bring them to the floor. Please excuse the roots. Desperate need of a hairdresser. We inhale, slowly lower by bending the elbows. We exhale, we slowly push up. And then we walk our hands back to our knees. We pick the knees up, slowly tuck the chin in and roll up through the spine. And then we start the sequence again. So bring the hands together, we take a breath in, and then on the out breath we slowly twist. We breathe in, return to centre, breathe out to the other side. Breathe in to centre, breathe out, tuck the chin in, slowly roll down. So for those of you that have more strength in the upper body, you can keep your knees off the floor, you can take a breath in. Breathe out. Slowly walk the hands back and slowly roll up. So I just want you to carry on with that for me. If someone could say, can you see, is the film working? I've just seen a comment saying, when's the workout starting? If someone could give me a thumbs up or something in the comments if this is working, or let me know if it's not. Okay, so I've got a couple of thumbs up there, so I'm hoping that that means that it's working. Fantastic, thanks everyone. So I'll just show you side on. So don't worry if you're not working to the same time as me. You work very much in your own time. And then we exhale, remember, as we roll down. So just showing you that side on view so that you can see that you're rolling down through your spine rather than going from the hips. So we've got that lovely flexion through the spine, and we just let the arms hang loose. So you're breathing in and breathing out, bending the knees a little before you walk the hands back. That's if your knees are off the floor. So I'll just come back to my original position. It's working. Thanks, Sam. So hopefully you're starting to feel a lot more mobile in the body, feeling strong. Okay, we're going to do a couple more combos. Again, making sure as you twist that you're keeping the hips stable, getting the mobility into the spine there. Well done everybody, so we've got one more to go. So those hands are just a little wider than the shoulders. Okay, so for this last one, I'm just going to bring the knees to the floor and sit back for child's pose. Okay, so while you're doing that, I'm just going to move the camera slightly just so that you can see a bit better, hopefully. Alright, so we're going to move on to some hip mobility now. We're going to lie down on our backs with our knees and feet in line with our hips. We're taking a breath in, and then on the out breath we're raising one knee. So we're going to place the hand on the leg, we're taking a breath in, and then on the out breath we just slowly circle the hip, keeping the shin parallel to the ceiling. So what I want you to do is do 6 circles. So if you want to increase the intensity, just take your hand away so you can increase the size of your circles, or you can straighten the leg and that will increase even further. So we're working nice and slowly, keeping the rest of the body really still, so try not to have any kind of rocking forward and back or side to side through the hips or the pelvis. Okay, so once you've done your 6, you're going to change direction. So again, we're breathing out as we circle away, breathing in as we return. Oh, I've got my living room window open, I just keep getting a lovely smell of barbecue. Oh, that smells so good, that. Making me very hungry. Okay, well done. Once we've done our 6 in each direction, we're just going to use the hand to push the knee away. So you've got your foot on your opposite knee, and then you just feel that opening through the hip as you push the knee away, feeling the stretch into the front of the hip. Well done everyone. I find that one quite tough. Alright, so we're going to now switch onto the other leg. So we're breathing in to begin with, and then breathing out. So you're bringing your knee above your hip. So you're either going to do this with the straight leg, with your hand on the leg, or your hand off the leg, whichever feels good for you. So you're breathing in, and then as you breathe out, you circle the leg away, breathing in as you return. Working nice and slowly. And once you've done your 6, you're going to change direction. Okay, and then once again, you're going to take yourself into release stretch. Ankle to knee, push the knee away. Okay, so we're going to move on now do an exercise that's just going to give the hips a bit of a break. So we're going to do the shoulder bridge. So feet, knees and hips in line, heels coming nice and close to your backside. So you're taking a breath in, you're tilting the pelvis, so you're closing the space between your lower back and the mat. And then as you breathe out, you're peeling your spine up off the floor. So you're just coming up onto your shoulder blades. And then you inhale, slowly lower the spine back down. And exhale back into neutral spine and pelvis. So we inhale and we exhale up. And we inhale and exhale down. Good. Option is to inhale and exhale, so you start the same. Then you inhale, your arms go overhead. You exhale. Hands come back down to the floor, and then you inhale and exhale as you come back down to the floor. So, like I said at the beginning, work to the level that suits you, your ability, your strength and your experience. Keep gently squeezing those stomach muscles all the way through your workout. I will try to keep reminding you. I know it's easy to forget. Well, I'm going to do a couple more. One last one. And then we're bringing our legs in towards us. Just feel that lovely stretch into your back. Okay, so we're now going to move on to some abdominal strength. So from here we're going to bring ourselves up to sitting position, however's easiest for you. So for level 1, we're bringing the hands to the back of our thighs, we're sitting up tall, we're taking a breath in, we're tilting the pelvis, like we just did in the previous exercise, to get flexion through the spine. And then we breathe out as we come back up to sitting upright. Inhale, tilt, curve, roll back. Exhale as you come up. Progression is to inhale and exhale, increase your range of movement. Inhale to change direction and exhale as you come back upright. Option for progression is to come all the way to the floor. As you reach the floor, your arms go overhead, so you can't see them, they're out of vision there. Inhale, come upwards, and exhale, sitting nice and tall at the top. So remember, the name of the game is to maintain control of your speed, making sure you're not dropping down to the floor or having to heave yourself back up. So then we're going to do a couple more of those. Alright, so when you've done those last couple, come on down to the floor, just straighten your legs, point your toes, and then take your arms overhead. So just stretch from your toes to your fingertips. Alright, so we're going to bend our knees now, do a nice mobility exercise for the spine. So we're bringing knees and feet together. Arms are relaxed by our sides. We're taking a breath in, and then on the out breath we're just slowly lowering the knees to one side, while at the same time lowering the head in the opposite direction. And then we inhale, everything comes back to centre. And then we exhale and repeat on the other side. For progression, if any of you would just like to take the intensity up a little bit, you can bring your knees above your hips. And again, it's the same thing. Your legs go one way, your head goes the other. We just need to make sure the shoulder blades are not peeling up from the floor. I love this one, makes the spine feel so good. Okay, I'm just going to do one more to each side. And relax, bringing your feet down. Okay, so we're going to move on now to the double leg stretch. So we're strengthening the abdominals and the back. So for level 1, we're taking a breath in, and then on the out breath, our arms float up. We turn our palms in, we breathe in, and then on the out breath, we circle our arms, keeping our shoulder blades down on the floor. So as you do that, just make sure you're keeping a little gap between your lower back and the floor, and that you're not letting your back arch up away from the floor. To progress to level 2, you can raise one knee above the hip, so taking that leg into the 100 position. For level 3, we do the same with the other leg, keeping the knees and the feet hip width apart. And then for the final progression, you take your arms, your head and your shoulders off the floor. So you keep circling those arms. So with this one, you might feel that the stomach does shake quite a bit. Just try not to let your stomach dome with this one. Keep gently pulling those stomach muscles in. So like I say, work to the level that you can do with good technique, that you're confident to do. Okay, we're just going to do a few circles now in the opposite direction. If you went for level 2 and you've got one of your legs raised, feel free to switch over onto your other leg if you're starting to get a little bit of an achy hip. And again, keep those circles nice and slow. Keep engaging those stomach muscles. Okay, I'm just going to do one more circle. If you have both of your legs raised, just bring one foot down at a time. Bring your arms down. And then we're coming into a stretch again. So we're stretching, pointing the toes, taking the arms overhead, stretching from the toes up to the fingertips. Okay, so we are now going to do the swan dive. So this is a great exercise for the back. So if you struggle with posture issues, a bad back, this is a great one to do. So we are bringing our bodies down to the floor. Keep pulling the stomach muscles in, try not to just let everything relax into the floor, as tempting as it is. We bring our elbows to the same level as the shoulders, and we have the elbows at 90 degrees. We tuck the chin in, we take a breath in, and then on the out breath, we keep looking down at the floor. We lift the head and the shoulders from the floor and the chest, and then we breathe in as we slowly return. So we breathe out, slowly come up, breathe in. So feel free to keep your arms relaxed on the floor. If you would like to increase the intensity, then you will let the arms float away from the floor with you. And then for the third option, you'll straighten your arms overhead. Take a breath in, and then on the out breath, again, it's just a case of bringing your head, shoulders, chest off the floor. So we just keep the eyes looking down at the floor so that we're maintaining length in the neck, keeping the head in safe alignment with the neck and the rest of the spine. Lower body wise, we keep the lower body really relaxed, so try not to squeeze your bum and lift your toes off the floor, and let your back muscles do all the work and get all the benefit. So this is strengthening the muscles that surround the spine, go all the way up the spine. Okay, we're just going to do one more if you can. And then we're going to bring ourselves into child's pose position. So we have our hips back over our heels, and then we're just going to slide our hands down there to the legs. Okay, so I reckon that's a bit unlucky. We've just about got time for the leg pull. That is a bit unlucky, and then you will be done after that. Okay, so we place our elbows under our shoulders. Just have a little look first. First option is to take a breath in, and then on the out breath, you peel your hips and your thighs off the floor, just coming up onto the tips of the knees. The progression is to come up and lift your knees off the floor. So we're tucking the pelvis under, and we're making sure we're not sticking the bump really high. We're going to hold that for up to a minute. So do what you can. If this is an exercise that's new to you or you don't do very often, you'll probably head more towards 20-30 seconds. But if you're good, to go, then we can go up to 60 seconds. Okay, so get yourself into position, elbows under shoulders, forearms parallel. We're taking a deep breath in, breathe out, lift yourself into position. Okay, so if you're on your knees, you're tucking the bum under, making sure that this isn't happening, getting that little well into the back. So the pelvis tucks under, keeping the back nice and flat. If you're on your toes, your pelvis is also tucked under. Just breathe through it. Don't worry about breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. You've got enough going on at the minute to have to think about your breathing as well. Just let that happen naturally. So we're strengthening the stomach, the back, upper body, arms, bit of glutes, bit of legs. We've got 15 seconds left. 10. And relax. Well done. Okay, just going to have a little stretch there. So keep your arms in the same position as before, and then just lift your head and chest away from the floor. Or, oh, crack, crack of the elbows. Or you can come right up onto your hands, whatever feels best for you. So the good news is you're all done. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. We've got Neil tomorrow at 10, I'm on at 1 tomorrow for legs, arms and tums, and then Sarah is doing the 6:30, I think. So hope you have enjoyed the classes today and hope to see you again soon. Take care everyone.